Welcome to the Fantasy Dad Show, live on Facebook and Twitch, hosted by Ryan Ryno Kennedy, Kevin Giroux, and Seamus the Moose Anderson.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Fantasy Dads Sunday Start Sit Show. Today I'm joined by Smirks.
What's up?
Moose is going to the game and Perkins is playing football, so there's just two of us today. Like the OG squad right here. The two founders of the show. The Fantasy Dads themselves.
Right.
Ready to have a great day. Ready to have a good Sunday. Ready to answer your Start Sit questions. Make sure you guys are hitting that thumbs up button for me today. Get the interaction up. Get the feed. Get us on the feed, bro. Get us surfacing on everybody's pages so they can see the Fantasy Dads. Come watch us and hang out every Sunday morning. Millions of people play fantasy football, so make sure you send them our way. Every Sunday, 11 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. EST, we answer your start-sit questions. So, with that said, welcome back. Let's get the show on the road, man. Smirks, kick us off with some injuries.
Let's get it. Here we go. Start at the top. Elijah Mitchell is going to be out today, so I think you can fire up Trey Sermon as a flex piece. A.J. Brown, Julio Jones, both out with hamstring injuries. It's going to be a big Derrick Henry game. Dalvin Cook, I think he's expected to play today. Russell Gage is out. Curtis Samuel, activated off the IR, will make his season debut for Washington today. DeAndre Swift listed as questionable, but he's going to play. CMC out. Jonathan Taylor, questionable, expected to play with his knee injury. Shepard and Slayton both out for the Giants with their hamstring injuries. Elijah Moore out with a concussion for the Jets. And Crowder is expected to play today. So he'll probably soak up all of those Elijah Moore targets. Daryl Henderson, he's going to play today. Expected to play. For the Rams, Lamar Jackson's going to play. Melvin Gordon, questionable. He had a couple, I believe it's an ankle and a back with him, or ribs and ankle, but he's probably going to play, but maybe his role will be a little bit smaller, not sure. Chase Claypool is out, so that's going to be like a 20-target day for Deontay Johnson. Gronk and Gio Bernard both out for the Bucks tonight. Cam Brate is a good speculative add if you need a tight end. James White out for the year with his hip subluxation. Maybe it's J.J. Taylor time in New England. Josh Jacobs. Oh, oof. Yuck. Nah, that man needs to stay on special teams. Jacobs, very questionable. I'm seeing like if he goes, he's not gonna have a big role if he does go. I don't think he's gonna end up suiting up. And Keenan Allen, questionable, but I don't think there's any worry about him. I think he should play.
Yeah, I think he's off the injury report, actually. I have him on my team. There's no more injury.
Yeah, they probably took him off this morning. I think he's ready to rock.
Yep.
Did we miss anybody?
I don't think we did. Antonio Gibson was somebody you had to keep an eye on.
Gibson's playing.
But he's going to play.
Chin injury.
I think that's it, bro. I don't...
Aaron Jones was taken off the injury report like yesterday. He's good to go. Yeah, man. I think we're good.
That's it. All right. So, I want to talk about that Tennessee receiving core real quick.
Yeah.
Because they got the Jets, solid matchup. Everybody was hoping, to have an A.J. Brown, Julio Jones piece this week against the Jets. However, with them out, that means someone's going to have to step in. I mean, they can't not throw the ball. I mean, Henry could run the ball 40 times, sure. But, they're going to have to throw it. Who is it that you would not necessarily start, but if you had to start a receiver, who would you, out of the three of those guys that are stepping in today? I can't, with Westbrook and what's his name, Chester Rodgers and
Rodgers.
Josh Reynolds. Out of those three guys, who is it that you're comfortable with putting in maybe a flex or wide receiver 3 if you have to today?
Well, first of all, I'm kind of surprised that Josh Reynolds is playing behind both of those guys.
Yeah.
They got him from the Rams, and so we were expecting him to be the number 3, and it hasn't been that way.
He's been a
But for me, after last week with the 5 targets and the touchdown, Westbrook, Akine, that's who I'd be looking at over Chester Rodgers. I think he steps into a more sizable role. I think he's a bigger body, possession kind of receiver. I think he would be the one if you had to try to take a shot there. I'm going to use him in the Dynasty League because I need to. I'm running out of depth there at wide receiver. So, I think if you're in a scramble for a flex play, that might not be a bad option.
Akine. You pronounce his name for me? Akine?
I think it's Akina or Akine.
Akine. He's a rookie, correct?
I believe so.
Fire him up. Get him out there. Put him in the lineup. I'm a big Chester Rodgers guy. I don't know if you guys followed this since the beginning. He was actually one of my sleepers last year, Chester Rodgers. He used to play for the Colts. Mid-season sleeper. I didn't really call him at the beginning of the season, but now he's playing for the Titans, and he's actually got a couple touchdowns this year. Tannehill's been looking his way, so I think I'd probably have to stay Chester Rodgers here, just because he's got that PPR ceiling, whereas Akine, I know he had 5 targets, but I think he's more of a downfield, kind of like Julio Jones, A.J. Brown kind of style of a player. Obviously you can start him too. What I'm trying to get at here is
you probably don't want to start.
You don't want to start either of them, but if you have to, you can probably start either of them. You know, Josh Reynolds, I'd be wary about just because he's been a healthy scratch for the first 2. What was it, the second and third week he was a healthy scratch. He was not healthy scratch week 1, but then second and third week he was a healthy scratch. That's something to be worried about if you have to plug in a receiver today from Tennessee.
I definitely would not be using Josh Reynolds. There'd probably be options from a different team,
Right, at that point. But I think you're all right. I mean, DFS wise, I think Chester Rodgers would be a solid play today. DFS wise, you got potential of 12, 15 points for $4,000, whatever the hell he's probably minimum. So yeah. All right, cool. So if you're in chat, make sure you guys are asking your questions. Start sick questions. We'd love to answer them for you. What up, Michelangelo? Happy Sunday, bro. Yeah, Moose couldn't check in from the tailgate, man. You know what? It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. I understand. He's having the time of his life.
Oh, he's gonna go have a good time.
We're highly jealous of Moose right now, but it's cool, man. It's cool. He's gonna have some fun today, and we're happy for that. But like I was saying, if you guys are in chat, get your start sick questions in. Get your opinions in there. Let's talk some football. Let's have some fun today. But me and Kev got some him or hims we're gonna talk about for today's games. Some guys that might be on the bubble for your lineups, or guys that you have on your bench that you're trying to convince yourself to get into the lineup. So we're going to kick that off with some wide receivers start sits, or him or him. Let's start with Allen Robinson or Deontay Johnson. Oh, wait, hold on. We got a question. All right. We got a question from Joey's brother. What up, Joe? What up, guys? I need a flex. Cornell Patterson, Daryl Henderson, or Trey Sermon. I'm worried about Henderson's ribs and low workload. What do you think, Kev?
He has a really good matchup, but I'd be a little scared rolling him out there. They might limit him a little bit. Sermon has a really, really good matchup.
Fire him up!
Terrible against the run, dude.
Sermon!
In a PPR, though, I'm not sure what the format is, but Patterson has been pretty stable in a PPR.
Yes.
Atlanta, Mike Davis, he's not that good. Obviously, we all know this.
Fuck Mike Davis.
Pat's probably your safest bet right now. Safest floor, I would think, in a PPR, but Sermon could boom if they decide to trust him this week. He's had a full week of practice, which is good.
Yep.
Do you think Kyle Juszczyk is going to be used as the running back again for like 3/4 of the game?
No, I think it's going to be Sermon all game, bro. I really think.
I would hope so.
I think the second half last week, they kind of showed us that. You come in, you bring in Kyle Juszczyk. He's Kyle Juszczyk, bro. Like, we know what he's going to do. He's going to catch some touchdowns. He's going to do his thing. He's always been a part of the offense, no matter who the running back is. I think they were trying to give him the workload to see, what, Kyle, here's our loyalty to you. You get the start. Show us what you can do at running back. Fail. Didn't work out very well. I mean, what did he catch? A touchdown, right? That's great and all, but like I said, that's what he does anyway. Sermon's a true running back. I know we've had some struggles. We have to rely on the injuries to get him in the lineup. And I know I've been high on Trey Sermon since day one. But I think you can fire him in there. 20-plus carries today. Sermon's going to have a breakout game. If he doesn't, I'll hop off the train. But I think today is the day he wins the job. Elijah Mitchell being banged up. I think this is a perfect opportunity for Sermon to finally step in as a third-round pick and be like, listen, boys, this is my job. I was drafted to this position to take this job from Raheem Mostert, who's now hurt as well. I need this. This is my opportunity. And I think he shines today. I think he does. I think Sermon to the moon. And like I said, if he doesn't hit the moon today, I'm out on the Sermon train. But
I mean, you can't get a much better spot.
Right.
Where you're basically the only healthy running back, true running back, really ready to rock out there, and you got a weak run defense. If you go out there and lay an egg, dude, I mean, it's not a good look.
Exactly. So. This is the last opportunity for Sermon to show the 49ers coaching staff he's the hot hand. Could happen. It could happen very well today. So I think I'm going to go with Sermon, and I think you're going to end up saying Patterson, Smirks?
Yeah, I think he's probably the safest bet.
Yeah, so I'll agree with that just because the PPR, the floor. If it's PPR, Joey, let me know. If it's PPR, then Patterson provides you the floor. However, Sermon has the ceiling. He's got a high ceiling, and I agree with you on the Hendersons being worried about the rib injury and stuff. So, I'm gonna say Sermon just because that's what I do, and I'm gonna take the ceiling over the floor. And Smirks is gonna say Patterson for that PPR floor. We're gonna move on here. We're gonna go over to Michelangelo's question. He goes, "Does Brady break the record on his first drive of the game?"
Absolutely.
But let's talk about that after Michelangelo. Keep that question stashed. We're gonna move on to V Dot over on Twitch, bro. What up, man? Thank you for the sub earlier. Appreciate you. Tyson Williams or Damian Harris for RB2. All right, let me ask you real quick. Actually, you know what? It doesn't even matter. I'm gonna say Tyson Williams here. Damian Harris is gonna get nothing today, dude. It's just nothing's gonna happen with him today. He's one of my sits of the week. Tyson Williams. The Ravens gonna have a bounce back week, bro. They're gonna have a huge bounce back week. That offense is gonna be clicking on all cylinders. Give me Tyson Williams.
I can't trust him.
You can trust Damian Harris, though?
No, they're both not good options.
Well, I mean, that's his question,
I know.
bro.
I know. The Bucs, that defense is brutal
against the pass. They're brutal against the pass.
Based on literally, he's not even he had 5 carries last week against the Detroit Lions.
And Damian Harris had 6 last week against the New Orleans Saints.
I know.
Okay. I'm just saying, I see where you're coming from.
Lev Bell's going to play today.
Oh, God.
It's just adding another mouth to that offense, man. Latavius Murray, Freeman. I don't know, dude. It's a really, really tough call.
Who's the PPR back in that backfield?
None of them.
But you had to pick. I mean, fuck it. It's not looking good for either of them, honestly.
Neither of them. Tyson Williams had 1 target last week.
I'm going with. Yeah, he lost. He's his replacement for CMC. So hey, look at V Dot. I think it's a miss or miss, really. I don't think he have a good start for either of them. But Tyson Williams, in my opinion, I think he has the opportunity to separate himself from the other guys behind him on the depth chart. But Damian Harris, it's tough. It's sticky, bro. It's very sticky. He's not going to get any more touches because James White is out. It's going to be somebody else getting the touches for James White. It's not going to be Damian Harris.
I think Ramondre might play today too.
And Ramondre, So I don't know, man. That's a tough question. It's probably one of the hardest questions we've had on the show.
I'm just going to go with Harris on the off chance that he falls into a touchdown somehow. Goal line. I don't know.
Now, just to put it in perspective here, would you start Cordell Patterson over both those guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough, man. What about Michael Carter? He said he's available. Would you start him over those guys?
Nah. No, I can't trust him either.
Okay. All right, and he's got another question. He was next with another question. Ayuk, Ruggs, or Singletary for flex in a PPR? I say fire up Ayuk, bro.
Yeah, yeah, we saw him a couple end zone targets.
Mm-hmm.
I know he dropped one, but he also redeemed himself and caught the touchdown last week. And like we said earlier, Seattle's defense has been bad against the pass and the run. He might be back all the way out of the doghouse, off the injury report, whatever his problem was. I think they're past it. I think you can kind of trust him now as like a wide receiver 2 or 3.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
I mean, why would they target him 6 times and have end zone targets last week?
I need one more week. I need one more week. I know we know what he can do, and I know we know the ceiling for Ayuk, but I need another week. One more week, then I can say that. I can't yet. I need one more week.
Right, but you'd start him over Ruggs.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I'd start him over Ruggs, and I'd start him over Singletary. Is this the same league though? Because I would start Singletary over Williams and Harris.
Probably a different league.
He says 2 different leagues. There we go. All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I would figure.
I see it now, bro. My bad. All right, yeah. So, yeah, I think we gotta go. We're gonna agree on Ayuk here, and your first question really hard. Oh man, I don't want to go back on it. But I'm gonna stick with Tyson Williams. My call on Tyson Williams, and Kev's gonna go Harris. We probably didn't really help you out there. Chat, if you're in chat right now, let us know in the chat who you would start. Tyson Williams, Damian Harris. Give us a little help here with V-Dot's question.
This is Victor, right?
Yeah, that's Victor.
Yeah, my bad, Victor. But it's a really tough call. I'm gonna hope Harris falls into the touchdown.
Yeah, that's probably what you can really hope for. All right, so we got another question from Joey for his own team. He wants to know Naeem Hinds or Zach Moss PPR. Naeem Hinds, bro. Fire him up. He's going to have a great day today. You agree, Kev?
Yeah, Moss, 3 touchdowns the last 2 games, but I think, especially with Taylor, possibly, he's banged up a little bit. If the knees bother him at all, Hinds could eat.
Yeah.
Miami is second to last against the run, against running backs right now. So, yeah, I like Hinds as a solid flex play.
All right. Bob on Twitch asked us, Davis, Patterson, Harris, and Carter. Need one more back and a flex. So Mike Davis, I would assume. Cordell Patterson, and Damian Harris, and Michael Carter. I need one more back and a flex, so pick 2.
2 of those?
I'm going to go, unfortunately, I'm probably going to go Mike Davis and Cordell Patterson.
Probably both Falcons guys.
You know what? No, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say Patterson. 100% Patterson.
It's got to be Patterson.
You got to keep first. Patterson. And I'm assuming that's Damian Harris. Michael Carter, bro, interesting. He's a very interesting topic. Tennessee's defense is trash. Eventually, one of those guys, they're going to have to run the ball before they pass the ball. That's what's going to end up happening with this offense. Because what's his face? He's so bad I can't remember his name. Zach Wilson is not good, or the offense just doesn't fit his play style. They're just not ready to support this kind of a quarterback. The Lions trash, so they're gonna have to help him out with the run game. Michael Carter is somebody that we told you to drop a long time ago. But I mean, Tevin Coleman, he's washed. He's not good. Ty Johnson provides some upside at PPR, but I think Michael Carter eventually is going to separate himself from the committee, and he's going to be the every down back for them, especially because he's a rookie, and they're going to want that. They're going to want that rookie running back. He's going to have 4 years on his contract. That's who they want to take the load and move forward. So I'm gonna take a Ryno prediction here, a Ryno bold statement, and I'm gonna say you start Michael Carter today against a weak Tennessee defense, where I think there's gonna be a lot of running going on the ground. So I think I go Michael Carter and Patterson.
So that would probably tell Victor then to go Carter over Harris also.
I think so, but I mean, who are you dropping, Victor, for Michael Carter? That's the question. I think Bob's already got Carter on his roster, so you don't have to really drop anybody.
Right.
But if you got like a bum or an extra defense, and you can go ahead and pick up Carter, I mean, I hate the Jets
I agree
bro.
with you. I agree with you, Ryan. He's definitely he's the leading. Like, he had 9 carries last week. Ty Johnson had 3. He also had 3 targets. I mean, he didn't do anything with those touches, but they definitely seem like they want to get him going.
I mean, week 2 against New England, he averaged 5
Really
yards a
hard.
carry. He can run the ball well. Michael Carter's a good running back. He's just on a bad team. He had hype coming into the season. He looked good in training camp. I think it's gonna happen. Whether it's today, I don't know. But if you're in a pickle with those options and Michael Carter happens to have his day today, and at least you got him in there, and you got him. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go Patterson and Carter. I don't know what you're gonna feel up on that, Kev. I know you agree on Patterson, but you're gonna go Damian Harris here again, or
I'll probably just go Harris again.
Yeah.
I know it's a really, really brutal matchup, but we have to run the ball. We have to try to, even against this defense, we see what happens when Mac Jones needs to throw the ball 50 times and he's trying to take shots downfield. Too many mistakes are getting made. They need to come up with some kind of scheme to run the ball. I think we're going to be running a lot of toss plays.
yeah,
We're gonna see what they're
with Damian Harris. You can't really do those well.
Right. So I don't know who we going to see. Is it J.K. Taylor?
I don't know. All right, let's move on to the next question, though. We can't be talking about this too long. We got another question here from Jordan DeCarlo. We got a line of questions here, so we're going to get these going.
Beautiful.
What's up, Alex? Good morning, brother. Uncle Alex in the chat. What's up, man? Jordan DeCarlo comes in. What's good, bro? Antonio Gibson, Deontay Johnson. Feel like Gibson is going to get less snaps because of his shin. You're probably not wrong. Curtis Samuel, if you guys remember, actually took a lot of snaps at running back last year for the Panthers when CMC went down. Ron Rivera loves that dude. I think he's going to be a pretty big piece of the offense today. Gibson could see less work because of that and because of the injury. So I could see where you're worried, but this is Antonio Gibson, bro. You got to start Antonio Gibson. Deontay Johnson's going to get locked down by Jari Alexander today. I'm going to Antonio Gibson.
I think, if you can't start both those guys, I guess, I go with Gibson. But Deontay Johnson's going to see – he might see 15 targets today.
Yeah, he's going to get locked, though. He's going to get locked
He's
up.
not – nah.
Okay. Big Ben ain't getting the ball, bro. I'm scared of any Steeler. I'm scared of all Steelers. Big Ben.
He's the only one Ben can get the ball to. This is the kind of targets, routes you run.
I think Ben throws a lot of interceptions today. I don't
He's
like
a buff.
I don't
No
like
doubt about
Deontay at all. I really don't even want to play him. He was one of my sits. But it is what it is. But I go Antonio Gibson. I mean, yeah, Deontay is probably a better option than most of the other receivers out there. You probably can't get him in there though if he's. I'm assuming this is for a flex play, but I go Antonio Gibson, man. We move on here to Tony Kane. What's up, bro? Happy Sunday, mate. He wants to know Sermon, Miles Sanders, or Chuba. Start 1 half-point PPR. All right, Kev. You go.
I
first.
like Miles Sanders.
Miles Sanders. I'm gonna
Who are you going with, Chuba?
I'm gonna go with Chuba. Yeah, I mean he's gonna get the CMC workload, bro. I mean they came out and said.
Is he though?
Yeah.
But he's not Christian McCaffrey. I mean,
I know he's
not,
but he's gonna
get
the workload. Workload is massive. He's got a tough matchup against Dallas, but I mean.
Yeah, that defense has actually made some strides. Trayvon Diggs is the top corner in the league now, so that might hurt DJ more than anybody. But
11 carries last week, 4 yards a carry. But I mean, you drafted Sanders to be your RB2, I'm assuming. So I mean, if you're nervous about Chuba and you want to take your safe play, then Miles Sanders, I guess, would be a calming play mindset wise. Because that's who you drafted.
After what they did last week, bro, and they only gave the guy the ball twice, they're gonna get him going. And the Chiefs is they're bottom 5 against the run. That defense has been terrible. They need to get this guy going. I think you have to go with Miles Sanders.
Okay. We'll go Miles Sanders then. I'll agree with you. I just like Chuba. I think his potential workload is through the roof. We're going to move on here. What's up, Samuel? Good morning, brother. He's got a question here. Will Fuller, Zacchaeus, or Westbrook Hikine at Flex PPR. We talked about Westbrook earlier. I like him a lot today for that safe play because he's gonna get looks. Fuller though, that ceiling's there. It's only time. You might pop off. I mean, NFL quarterback can get you the ball down the field. That could be a thing for Will Fuller today with Jacoby. But I don't know. That's another tough one.
I'm gonna go Will Fuller. This is a deep one. That's a deep question right there. I'm gonna go Will Fuller though.
Hey, but Zacchaeus, I don't Zucchini. I call him Zucchini Sam because I don't know how to fucking pronounce it. So I call him Zucchini.
Olamide Zacchaeus.
I call him Zucchini. So I'm gonna go with Zucchini. Actually, I'm thinking about it here. Russell Gage is out. He had a touchdown last week, 5 targets. I'm gonna take the difference here. I'm not gonna agree with Kev and say Fuller. I'm gonna take Zucchini. I'm going to make it more harder for you to make your decision. I'm going to take Zucchini against the 31st worst pass defense in the NFL right now.
Yeah, Indy's been brutal, too, against the pass. They've been giving up some big plays. I'm going to go Fuller.
All right.
Big play potential. While he's healthy, I think you can use him.
All right. Zucchini and Fuller. All right, moving on here. Winfield212 on Twitch. What's good? I'm assuming that's Bert. I think that's Bert. Do I start Cameron Brate over Gesicki? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can, 100%.
I wouldn't.
Okay.
I like Brate though. I picked him up. I think he's a good guy to have while Gronk is out. But Gesicki had like 10 targets last week. Jacoby Brissett was feeding him.
12. He had 12 targets last week, 18 points.
Exactly.
You think he's on his way up then? You think Gesicki's back on his way up to the top of the tight end charts?
At least while Jacoby Brissett is the quarterback. I know Tua wasn't targeting him at that kind of rate, but 12 targets, bro. That seems legit. Like they were looking to him, and he's more of a wide receiver than he is a tight end. The way he lines up, sometimes he lines up out wide a lot.
And believe it or not, the Patriots are number 1 against the tight end in fantasy football right now. So they probably had a game plan to shut down Gronk. So I'm assuming they're gonna bring that game plan over to Brate. They're gonna take out the tight end. I think that's what they do. So I'm gonna have to. I know I just said Brate, but I think I'm gonna have to agree with you. Gesicki. Yeah, I'll go Gesicki.
Yeah, after that target share last week, you got to go that way.
Yeah. All right. Jordan says he can't really start both my other receivers are Devontae and Terry, and my running back is Carson and J-Rob. So he has to pick. Okay. So that's going back to the Antonio Gibson or Deontay Johnson.
Gibson or Johnson. Yeah, I guess you go Gibson. Starting running back. Atlanta's bad.
What a team.
They're a bad team, so should be plenty of opportunities for them where maybe they don't have to play in the 2-minute offense all the time like they have been.
Yeah.
And that's when Gibson loses his work.
True. All right, it's a thin league there, Jordan. Is that 10-man or something? How do you get that squad? That's crazy.
Team's pretty stacked. Right, we're getting that question, and then we get Samuel coming in with Westbrook, Akina, and
right.
Zacchaeus.
Right, all these different things.
Love it.
Oh man, the ranges that we hit on this show, it's immaculate.
Right.
But all right. So if you guys got any more questions out there, make sure you get them in. We're gonna continue our him or him segment here while you guys generate some more questions, and we're gonna move on. So with the next one, well, I don't even think we started it. I don't even think we started. He says he also got Diggs coming in for J. Rob and Sutton. You got Stephon Diggs too, bro? Damn, that's crazy. I think Stephon Diggs is a huge game today. All right, Alex got another question. Do I start Tonyan over Mark Andrews because Lamar hurt? Lamar's banged up, his back's kind of bothering, but I don't know.
They showed no concern about him though. I wouldn't be worried about it.
Yeah, I think I might roll out Mark Andrews every week just because I don't want to miss on that week he has 3 touchdowns. I
would stick with Andrews for now. I think he had his best game of the season last week, right? He went over 100.
Yeah, 105.
Yeah. So I would just stick with him. And I know MVS just went on the IR, so that probably opens up a few more targets for Tonyan, but I wouldn't start him over Andrews.
Not yet. I mean, Denver's a really good defense against the pass, against the tight ends, in the pass, really. So I could see where you'd be concerned with the matchup-wise because Tonyan's playing Pittsburgh, and I mean, I think that's going to be a low-scoring game, even though I think Pittsburgh's just horrible this year, but I think you just got to stick with Mark Andrews, man. You just got to stick with him. Yeah. We got another one. Hurts or Lamar? Jalen Hurts or Lamar Jackson?
Oof.
Another toughie. I'm gonna go Jalen Hurts.
Trade one of them, first of all.
I'm gonna go Jalen Hurts. Jalen
Yeah,
Hurts.
Hurt against the Chiefs, man.
Jalen Hurts has a very safe floor. I'm just gonna say that. 18 points is his lowest so far.
Yeah, I mean, I think they both do, honestly, with the way they run, but Denver is a very good defense, and the Chiefs are not. I think that's what it boils down to.
Lamar is struggling gratefully right now completing passes. He's just struggling. His receivers are struggling as well. We saw it from Hollywood last week. I think I'd go Hurts. Matchup's better. Floor's better. Hurts is just playing better, in my opinion. But, that's just me. I'm a Hurts fan. Not so much a Lamar fan right now this year, so I'm going to go Hurts here. Repeat myself again.
Yeah, I agree. I think to try to keep up with Mahomes against what has so far been a really bad defense, you can roll out Hurts, but you shouldn't have both those guys. No. I think you should move one of them for sure. Try to, I guess. I mean, I don't know how willing guys in this league are to trade or how deep the league is. Like, if you have a guy out there starting like a Derek Carr or I don't know if it's 10 or 12, whatever it is, but it's really tough to have both those guys on your roster when every week you're going to be having the same question.
Right. It's tough, man. We have a guy in our league, our record, who's got Lamar and Aaron Rodgers, man. Like, I can't imagine making that decision every week. It would kill me. It would be nuts. Having two great quarterbacks, you don't ask for it sometimes when you draft a guy like Hurts, probably, 7th, 8th round. But at the same time, you're hoping he booms. So that's why quarterbacks are so difficult. You overdraft and you make the wrong calls, you miss out on points. Trade him, you trade the wrong guy away, and the other guy does nothing. It's tough situation. But Tony comes in with another question: Pittman or Hollywood Brown? I'm gonna go. Oh God! How come they don't ask these hard questions when Moose is on the show? What the hell? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. What's going on with Wentz? Is he playing today? I know he was banged up.
Yes.
He's playing. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Pittman against Miami.
He's been getting heavily targeted, but yeah. I'm gonna go Hollywood.
Think a bounce back week.
Yeah, he dropped 3 touchdowns. I think they got to try to get that right. He is the guy that can break a play. He can get behind the defense, and Lamar's been putting it right on him. You can't blame that on him. So I think he should get back in the touchdown column today.
You'd hope so. They're in Denver though, 4:00 game. I think
that's gonna be a tough game.
Yeah,
but I just think Hollywood probably has a higher ceiling, whereas Pittman seems like solid PPR guy now with a solid flex option.
It goes back to the conversation we had before: is if you want to put your money on the ceiling or the floor. I think in this situation, if this is for your flex, I think you got to go with the ceiling and take Hollywood. But if this is for your wide receiver too, and not your flex, that means your flex is pretty solid with a running back, I would assume. So then I would probably take Pittman for the floor. So that's just my standpoint on it, my view. Pittman's seen 12 targets past 2 weeks. Hollywood had a rough week last week. Tougher matchup this week. Could be difficult for him to get back on that train of 20-point game for you. But that ceiling is there. Like Kevin said, that ceiling is there. So either or, not a bad decision to have to make. Yeah. But
Bateman's not ready yet. So this might be the last week where Hollywood is like an actual even startable player.
That could be true. Moving on here. We have no more questions. Moose popping in, saying, let's go, boys. Sorry to miss the show, but have a great fantasy weekend. What's good, bro? Enjoy the game, man. Be safe out there.
Have fun, buddy.
Don't get beat up. Please don't get beat up. All right.
He's just going to cry.
He's going to cry. All right, let's go into this. Let's go to the wide receiver, Allen Robinson or Deontay Johnson.
For me, it's Johnson. I got to see it before I can trust it with the Bears. And it's going to be Justin Fields again. I know it's a much easier matchup, but I need to see them actually cater the game plan to him a little bit and protect him before I can trust Allen Robinson. You know what you're getting with Johnson. You're getting double-digit targets, whether he's being shadowed by Jair Alexander or not, he's just going to get peppered with targets. So definitely in a PPR, I'm going Johnson.
Yep, I'm going to agree with you. Deontay Johnson, like I said before, though, I'm nervous about Jari being on his ass and Big Ben's ability to produce the ball in downfield and stuff, and just not being a great quarterback right now. I'm nervous about that for sure. But, like Kevin said, the targets are there. Allen Robinson, you don't know what you're going to get, unfortunately. We all thought he'd be great this year. Andy Dalton's not the quarterback, as weird as that sounds, so he's not going to be getting the ball as much as if Andy Dalton was the quarterback. So you got to approach this situation very delicately. I think you can put him on your bench this week and just hope that he blows up and be like, okay, good, now I got a guy I can put back in my lineup. I don't have to make the decision.
We're gonna see what they did, if they changed anything this week with that offense.
And I mean, for their sake, they better, because Matt Nagy will lose his job if they don't. And
they had to.
Yeah.
They can't go out there with the same game plan and just expect it to work this time. Like, no, it's not how it works. So they must have changed it up, the play calling.
Right, and that game plan might be a little different too. It might not be what you think. It might be a run.
Oh, they're going to run the ball a lot today, dude.
Yeah.
Detroit's bad against the run. I think Montgomery has a big day.
Yeah.
So
I think you got to be wary about Allen Robinson right now. So we're gonna go Deontay Johnson. We got a question from Moose who wants to know Damian Harris or Naeem Hinds.
Hinds.
I agree with the Hinds call. Jonathan Taylor banged up. Gonna help Hinds get on the field more. PPR. Feed him the ball. I like Naeem Hinds a lot.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's the second time we've had that decision, Harris and Hinds.
I think it was.
Earlier.
I can't get on board with Harris unless like you absolutely have to.
Right. All right, the next one we got here is Jacoby Myers or Hunter Renfrow. This is a personal one for me. I have a lot of decisions to make with my receivers and league record, but right now I'm having a debacle between Hunter Renfrow and Jacoby Myers. Jacoby Myers is going against the worst pass defense in the NFL with the Bucs. I understand that, but I think just the way the game's going to go, I don't think they're going to be the 32nd worst team tonight against the pass. Would you start Jacoby Myers, or would you start Hunter Renfrow? He's been absolutely on fire lately in PPR leagues as well, Hunter Renfrow. Remember that. He's an absolute stud in PPR. But Jacoby Myers has been too. It's a tough call.
No, Myers he's getting the targets. They're both getting targets. I think in the Bucs, they brought in Richard Sherman. I don't know how much that's really going to help them. I mean, he's probably got a little bit left. Probably got a little bit left in the tank, but they're definitely not going to be terrible tonight.
Right.
That defense is going to be fine. I think I'm still going to go Myers. He's just our number one guy. I know N'Keal Harry was activated, but
that don't mean nothing.
We've seen that before.
Yeah.
I don't think that's anything special. We're going to need to try to keep up with Tom. I know that's not good for Mac Jones and making mistakes, but with Myers getting double-digit targets, I'm going to lean that way just a little bit over Renfrow.
All right. I already missed out on Shenault. I didn't start, even though I called the game. I didn't start him. He would have been in the receiver 3 spot instead of Jacoby. I wouldn't really have to worry about this right now, but I didn't, and now I have to worry about it. So I just wanted to get your opinion on that situation. But
yeah, it's a close one.
It is. Hunter Renfrow is running against the second best defense against the pass, which is tough. Playing the Chargers, who defense is very good.
Very good. They have Asante Samuel Jr. looks legit.
Yeah, but I don't think that's going to affect Renfrow. I think
no, he wouldn't be covering the slot receiver, but I don't know, man.
It's a tough call. I'm gonna go with Jacoby. I think at the end of the day, take a hometown pick for now. But all right, cool. Again, if you're in chat, get your questions in. Say what up. Say hello. Happy Sunday to everybody. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't already. Devonta Smith or OBJ?
For me, it's Beckham.
Okay.
Yeah, I know I talked about Chiefs being a bad defense and Hurts should have a nice day, but the chemistry outside of week 1, we haven't really seen it yet. Beckham came back, first game back, he had 9 targets from Mayfield. He looked real good. and we know the Vikings defense is very beatable through the air.
Yeah.
I think that they're got to be one of the highest totals on the slate today as far as over-under goes. I think that's a fun game. Yeah, so I'm going to lean Beckham there.
Okay. The matchup on paper, Beckham has the better matchup. Now, what makes me nervous is that run game is so predominant in Cleveland. Oh my God. But I also think that in Kansas City today, the Eagles' run game is going to be the first option rather than the passing game. So I might agree with you here, but I think I'm going to disagree just to provide some content here. And I'm going to say Devonta Smith. He's seen good targets. I mean, his numbers aren't great. He had a good week 1. We saw a very promising touchdown. 8 targets and a touchdown, 70 yards, looked amazing. We're all hyped. We're all happy. We got him in our lineups. He comes out, lays an egg, 7 targets, 2 catches against San Fran. Comes out, lays another egg against Dallas. Dallas, really good defense, though. He got locked down by Tavon Diggs. So I think Kansas City, though, provides him more upside, more big play potential. Especially the game script probably going to be in the favor of the pass. If they can't keep that clock and that scoreboard under control, they're going to have to pass the ball and keep up with Mahomes. So I think I'm going to have to agree with myself and say Devonta Smith.
All right, my dude.
That's where I'm going with
I like
that.
it.
Yeah, I think the game script's just going to be good for Devonta Smith today. Devonta Smith. And he's a Heisman Trophy winner, so I mean, something's got to give.
That is a fact.
Something's got to give for this kid, right? he's gonna boom eventually.
Yeah, you know what it was? I mean, he fell down last week. He just had a rough day.
He had the rookie pains, bro.
He could bounce back.
But OBJ has the matchup. I mean, Minnesota's trash.
They're terrible. That game should be fun.
Yeah.
I'm starting Kirk Cousins in a couple leagues because of that. I mean, he's been legit anyway the first 3 weeks, but I just think every game he's gonna have to sling it around to Justin Jefferson every week.
Yeah.
Just to stay competitive with that defense. So.
All right.
I like that game.
Yeah, that should be high scoring. Hopefully, it's high scoring. And they, like I said, they might just feed Chubb and let him run the ball 30 times, or Hunt, whoever it is. Anyway, all right, we'll move on to the running backs here. Melvin Gordon or Miles Sanders? I think I know what you're gonna say here after listening to you talk about Miles Sanders earlier.
Miles for sure.
All right, so Melvin Gordon, he's questionable. I think I'm gonna agree and say Miles Sanders here. Melvin Gordon has looked good in his opportunities, but he has a rookie playing alongside him. Eventually, that rookie's going to take over. Devonta Williams is a very highly touted player. Out of training camp, they loved this kid. A lot of us thought he'd win the job outright. Then Gordon comes in week 1, has a 70-yard touchdown. Looks good the rest of the way. But a little banged up. History provides that he's going to get banged up. That's just what Melvin Gordon does. The matchup's there for Melvin Gordon today. He had 15 last week against the Jets on 18 carries. He had some heavy workload. But I'm gonna go with Miles Sanders as well. I think he's due.
I think they just have to get him going, and it's perfect spot to do it against a bad run D. You can't. There's no excuse to give the guy 2 carries last week.
Right. No excuse.
You can't do that.
No. Well, the game script didn't help, and but I think there'll be a better, hopefully a better game script in your eyes for him today. But I don't think so. But I'm gonna go Miles Sanders. Yeah, I agree with you. All right. Next one we got is Chase Edmonds or Daryl Henderson. I heard you guys talking on the show Thursday about how you're not very high on Chase Edmonds this week, and Moose called him a sit, which is, in my eyes, kind of baffling in a way, where he's a guy who literally gets 15 points in PPR every week. I don't know how you can sit him. I know the matchup might not be the best, going against the Rams, but
he doesn't provide his value running the ball anyway.
No, he's a receiving back.
He's
had 14, 12, and 14 the past 3 weeks.
He's been very consistent catching the ball out of the backfield.
Yeah. And when he runs, he ain't terrible when he runs. He averages over 4 yards a carry, which is great. So I'm gonna go Chase Edmonds. I mean, I love Chase Edmonds going this season. I think his floor is just safer, And this is for PPR, just by the way, people. So I mean, I'm taking Chase Edmonds over Daryl Henderson all day.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Especially with Henderson having an injury.
All injuries aside, though. We'll say all injuries aside. Daryl Henderson comes
probably
in.
Go ahead. probably go Edmonds anyway.
Yeah, even if Henderson gets a full workload today, I don't know. The touchdown upside's there for Henderson. I see that, but I just think if you're relying on a touchdown is never a good thing. It's never a good thing.
Think the fact that they're playing the Rams and it's a higher scoring game actually is better for Chase Edmonds.
Yep.
Rather than, I think it would be if they were going to blow the team out, it'd probably be better for James Conner.
Right.
In this kind of game, it's probably a good thing. Edmonds will just get, a bunch of dump offs. Definitely help him with his PPR value. See, I'll go Edmonds.
All right. Edmonds.
For sure.
All right, we got a question from Michelangelo. Opinion question. Okay. Is it safe to drop Tunyon and just stream a tight end week in and out, or do you ride the Tunyon wave?
Who's available that you'd be streaming?
Yeah, no, I don't want to play that. That game's not fun, bro. That streaming tight end game's not a fun time. Trust me.
I don't know if you can start Tunyon every week anyway, but
I think I'd rather start Tunyon every week than start random people on the waiver wire every week. I mean,
is Conklin available?
Your waiver picks are very limited, bro. And if there's a good tight end that slips through, like Tunyon was last year, who I think is going to be Conklin now, he's already gone. So then you're going to be playing with freaking Cole Kmet, Juwan Johnson, and
how about my guy Tommy Tremble?
Tommy Tremble. I mean, dude.
Tommy Trembling. Yo, they traded. Oh, by the way, don't go pick up C.J. Uzama just because he had a huge game. I think that was just matchup based. That audible they called for the screen to seal the deal at the end of the game there. That was, by design. He's not going to get that kind of target volume every week. However, on the other side of the ball, the guy they traded for and included him right away his first week, his role is going to grow. I think Dan Arnold may actually become a startable tight end.
Wow.
What do you think?
He only saw 2 targets, and Jacksonville.
Yeah, he only played 30% of the snaps his first week there.
I know, but it's the Jaguars, bro. Maybe
they look good.
Maybe, yeah, against the Bengals. I guess so. Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. He might be a top 12.
I think he may be a guy you can use.
Top 12 tight end. Yeah.
Although O'Shaughnessy had double-digit targets first week of the year.
Would you rather Tunyon or Dan Arnold the rest of the season?
No, probably Tunyon.
All right.
Probably
so,
but
yeah. I mean, would you rather play the stream game with tight ends, dude? Like, that route's not fun. That's not good, man.
If Tunyon goes another game or two where he's only getting like 2 targets, then yeah, I'm playing the stream game.
Ooh.
You can't trust the guy if he's not getting the ball. Why would you? Why would you want to do that?
Just the upside. Quarterback Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball. It's upside. I just would rather ride him and then go pick up Max Williams when he plays a good team, or go pick up your boy Tommy Tremble from Carolina, or Dawson Knox, or I don't know.
Knox is an interesting one.
I guess he's interesting.
Knox has actually been more than 2 weeks in a row here.
They're all interesting, bro. Zach Ertz, Austin Hooper, they're all interesting, but they're tight ends. I'm moving into a life without the tight end position in fantasy football. I think we just turn into a flex.
Boot 'em.
You can draft them. You can still go draft the tight ends, but you don't have to. Get rid of the whole position. Let them be flex.
Well, that would mean people only have like Kelsey and Waller.
Yeah, that's what it should be.
And Kittle then.
Yeah, it's fine. Go ahead.
Hey, I've seen it proposed out there. Where you just turn it into
the tight end position is just so junky.
Another flex spot where you can play a tight end. So when you want your Kelsey and your Waller, Kittle, and like Hawkinson, that'd probably be the only 4 you're playing over like a wide receiver every week, right?
Right. I mean, dude, the top 5 last week. You ready for this? Dalton Schultz had 23. Tyler Conklin had 16. Travis Kelce had 13. Kittle had 13, and Mike Gesicki had 13. And Mark Andrews and Zach Ertz.
They're so hit or miss.
Darren Waller had 7. You know what I mean? Like, it's just
even he didn't hit.
It's just so murky. If you can avoid playing the stream game, obviously go ahead, do that. But if you don't believe in Tunyon, then yeah, you can't run him out there every week. That's our view.
Think it's so crazy. There's like one day we're gonna look back at Travis Kelce as being I mean, I think overall Gronk was probably a better tight end, but he's like one of the greatest fantasy players of all time.
Travis
Just how
Kelce.
consistent he has been every year at that position.
Yeah, 100%. Especially being a second-round pick or a first-round pick in a lot of leagues. All right, so we got another question from Jordan DeCarlo. He wants to know Aaron Rodgers or Kirk Cousins.
I love Kirk this week.
I love Kirk every week.
Love Kirk.
He's a great fantasy quarterback, man. He hasn't gotten under 20 points yet. I'm gonna leave it at that. Aaron Rodgers though is Aaron Rodgers. He could go out there and get you, 45 points. That could happen. He's got one of the best receivers in the game on his squad. One of the best running backs on his team on the squad, in the league. I'm sorry, on his squad. So I mean, they're both good, but Aaron Rodgers hasn't really been through 3 weeks. He hasn't really been what you wanted him to be. I think if you want, you can.
I have them ranked right next to each other, and I think you can go Cousins this week. It might sound kind of gross, but
I think you go Cousins.
I think that's a higher scoring game. We could be wrong, but their defense is just so bad.
Yeah, it's very bad.
And they have Baker Mayfield on the other side, who has been good. That team has been good. Pittsburgh, not so much.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll out Cousins, bro. I'm going Cousins.
Yeah, it's close. It's close, but I think you can go with Kirk.
Yeah, I'm going Kirk. Going Kirky. I'm gonna stick with what I said earlier this week. Is him and Derek Carr are startable quarterbacks in fantasy football moving forward. Kirk Cousins won people leagues last year. Remember that. He's not a bad player. Flies under the radar every single year. And
he's number one in the PFF QB rate grades when he's kept clean. So as long as that O-line can perform a little bit,
yep,
he's getting the ball out.
And Cook, what's the status on Cook? We got a live update here real quick.
Cook's active.
Cook is active, so that's even
Officially
better.
active.
That's even better for
right. That's
Cousins.
the escape.
So
and whenever he needs to, if he's under pressure, and Cook leaks out, he's just going to dump it off, and Cook will take it for 20, and that is awesome. It's a quarterback's best friend for padding the fantasy stats when you have a running back like that who can turn broken those screenplays that weren't even designed screenplays and just turn it upfield. The guy, he explodes. And Madison looked good doing it last week too. But it's just easy yardage.
Yeah, I agree. All right, guys, we hit over 13 viewers a little while ago, so make sure you guys are hitting that thumbs up for us. We're definitely servicing on people's feeds right now. I love to see that. We really appreciate the support. We're getting up onto the last hour before kickoff. We'll be live for another half hour or so make sure you guys get your questions in or any topics you want to talk about. We will touch on Tom returning to Gillette here at the end of the show. Yeah, man, I'm excited, dude. Today's going to be a great fantasy football day. I think there's going to be a lot of points scored today. I think we're all going to be really happy with what comes about. Oh, we got Kevin blurring up. We'll fix him real quick.
Uh-oh. We going gray blob?
I got you. We fixed you.
At some point during the stream, bro, somebody goes gray blob.
Yep, somebody does.
Usually. I've seen it happen to Moose, too.
Yeah. All right, Michelangelo, are you asking me Cook, Knox, or Brait, or is that what you're saying is available if you drop Tunyon? I mean, I think
I'd probably pick Brait while Gronk is out.
Yeah, I think I would start Brait this week over Tunyon.
With the kind of targets that Gronk was getting, Brait would soak those up. It seems like they don't like O.J. Howard. I don't know whatever happened to him, but
O.J. Howard is an offensive tackle. He's an offensive tackle playing tight end. That's why he's still on the team. Otherwise, he'd be
cut. Crazy. He was being talked up as the next big thing, and it just never ever happened.
Yeah, he got too big, bro. Too big. Tom Brady likes him.
Never happened.
Tom Brady likes him. He was on the trading block all the way up till Tom Brady got to Tampa, and Tom Brady was like, "We're keeping this man," and he's
right. We're not gonna throw him the ball ever.
Nope.
But
he's gonna
want him on the team.
He's gonna produce the way I need him to and block. But that's why I like Brait. I mean, people are like, "Oh, they got O.J. Howard too. He might have a big day." Yeah, he might go catch a touchdown, but that's all he's doing. He's not getting those tight end looks, down the seam or 1st and 10. They want to do a quick play action dump off to Gronk. It's gonna be Cameron Brate now. The tight end screen is gonna be Cameron Brate. So
when Gronk was off the field last week, bro, it was still it was Cameron Brate. O.J. Howard's barely on the field.
Yeah, Bray is by far a better tight end than O.J. Howard. I know the name scares people away, but Cameron Brate's a fine play this week. Fine play. DFS, fire him up. All right, cool. So let's move on in the him or him segment here. We're almost done. We almost made it through. All right, we got Trey Sermon or Damian Harris.
Sermon for me. We talked about it.
Yeah, we were.
Bad defense he's going against, and I have to think they're going to give him a little bit more work than they did last week.
Mm-hmm.
It's just really, really hard after what happened against the Saints to put Harris out there against an even better run defense.
All right, so let me change it up then. Let me change it up a little bit then. Trey Sermon or Naeem Hinds.
We talking PPR as usual? Yeah, it's gonna be Hinds then.
Ooh man, yeah, okay.
I love the matchup, and I have Jonathan Taylor, so I'm really hoping it's his breakout game of the year against a bad run D. But Hinds is there, and he's gonna get his work no matter what happens with Taylor. For that team to win, they got to get it going. They got to get that run game going. I don't think Wentz or their weapons are strong enough to just air it out. They need to have that going. So, yeah, I think I'll lean Hinds in a PPR a little bit.
Okay.
Sermon's not going to catch too many passes. And, once again, who knows what Shanahan's going to do.
True.
We might see more Kerryon Johnson this week.
That's true. You're not wrong. What's up?
I do like the matchup, but with someone like Hinds, who I think has a safe floor, I would go with him.
Okay. All right. What's up, IHXPLC over on Twitch? Welcome to the show. You should hit that follow button. All right, guys. So yeah, just keep hitting that like button for us. Get people in here. Ask us some questions. We want to answer. Want to answer. All right, moving on here. We got Myles Gaskin or Daryl Henderson.
Yeah, that was for me.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and say probably gonna say Daryl Henderson, just because I was a believer in Gaskin. I called for him to start a while ago, way back when, before he was known. When he came out of Washington College, I was like, this guy's good. He's gonna take over the job. He ended up doing that. Week 17, took over the job. Came back the next year, was a starting running back for him. Now, I don't think he's got it, though. I don't think he has it. I think they know that. Malcolm Brown's a guy who you should go add if you're a Myles Gaskin owner, or even if you got an extra bench spot. Malcolm Brown eventually is going to vulture every touchdown possible that they have opportunity with in the red zone, because they're not going to deal with Gaskin's inconsistency. So I think I'm going to go with Daryl Henderson here on this call. Even though he's a little banged up, I think his upside is just way higher than Gaskin's ever will be at this point in the season.
Yeah, they're still using Gaskin plenty, and they're using him in the passing game. But as far as, the touchdowns getting vultured, that is definitely a thing. Malcolm Brown is top-tier touchdown vulture, as we know from his days with the Rams. So, yeah, that's why I am going with Henderson. Arizona is also a better matchup than against Indy.
Yep.
In my eyes, anyway. I think the numbers actually say Indy's a better matchup, but I think I like the Rams offense way more.
Okay. I agree. All right. We got a question here. Dom Andrews, flex spot. Who do you start? Naeem Hinds, Devonta Smith, or Corey Davis? Now, is this a PPR, Dom? Before we answer your question. A lot more depth questions. I like it. As the season goes, we get more depth questions, and it's nice because it makes us think and puts our name on the line a little bit more. He said yes, PPR. All right, so I'm going to go with Devonta Smith. I think Devonta Smith's going to have a huge day. The Eagles are going to have to put up a lot of points, and he's gonna be the one to get the back end of the share when it comes to downfield targets. So I'm going with Devonta Smith on a potential breakout week with Hurts, who's also a very good quarterback. Naeem Hinds is very interesting. We talked about him a lot on the show today. Not a bad start by any means. I think you take the ceiling with Devonta Smith. I know Corey Davis, but he plays with the Jets. And we talked about how we think they're going to run the ball a lot today. I think they're going to run the ball a lot today with Carter. So I'm going to go with Devonta Smith here.
Yeah. I don't like Corey Davis for as long as Zach Wilson is playing like this. And I know this is the softest matchup he's had all year. I have Davis going in a couple lineups, but if I had to choose, it would be Smith in a shootout. I think it's gonna have to be a shootout. Mahomes coming in pissed off. It definitely, I agree with you. It should be a breakout kind of day.
It should be. He's got the opportunity. The ceiling's there for him. He would have had a nice touchdown last week, and he fell. So we're gonna go. I'm gonna go with Devonta. I think you're going with Devonta as well. So we'll move on here. We got another question from Winfield over on Twitch. AJ Brown's the biggest bust of this draft so far. Do I try to trade him now or wait on him?
He's just hurt. I think you hold. Right now, you're not going to get what he's worth.
No, you're not going to get anything near where
you're not going to get what you want for him. Don't sell him short. He's going to be fine when he comes back.
He should be fine.
He's still a very good wide receiver.
Still, yeah, I gotta have to agree, bro. His talent is by far.
And I would bet long term, as the season goes on, that the older 30-something-year-old Julio Jones would have more of a chance of being re-injured than the younger guy who would heal faster.
AJ Brown has a history, even though this is only his second year. He's had injury problems already, so definitely see where you're coming from, Winfield. And he was 3 years. And AJ Brown was my bust last year. My bust pick last year made me eat my words. And what's happening now is what I thought was going to happen last year, but I can't let that dictate my opinion anymore. So I'm taking AJ Brown as a hold, and you're going to be just fine. Unless you stack that receiver. I don't know what your roster looks like. So if you got tons of receivers, bro, and AJ Brown is just sitting, and you're going to be all right if you do trade him. You get a high upside tight end or a better running back to fill out your roster. Then yeah, I would say go ahead, try to trade him. But you're gonna have to be willing to take less value than AJ Brown for sure.
I'm just thinking at this point after. He's got one touchdown on the year, came in week 1. Week 2 was kind of disappointing. Then week 3, he hurt himself immediately. Yeah. That's why, his stat line looked terrible because he wasn't out there.
Right, of course.
So you're going to trade him at his absolute, lowest value, and I just think it would be a mistake.
Yeah.
But, test out the trade waters, talk to your league, see what you could get for him, but I would just hold.
I would hold this.
I don't think he misses more than, 2 games.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna assume. So, let's say you got Mike Williams on your team and you got AJ Brown. Now you drafted Mike Williams probably 10th round. AJ Brown on your squad. You probably got, let's say, Calvin Ridley and Mike Williams. Now rest of the season, would you rather just move on from AJ Brown and have those 2 guys, or you have Calvin Ridley, AJ Brown, and Mike Williams? You know what I mean? You have to decide now. So it's tough. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know your roster.
Have all 3 of those guys, that'd be stacked.
That's what I'm saying.
Once he's healthy.
Yeah.
It's just it depends on what you could get for him, and I just think right now you're not going to get what. Look, I think you would regret the trade because you're going to get him. You're not going to get what he's really worth, and then in a couple weeks when he comes back and he's popping off, and whatever you got for him isn't, I think you'd regret it.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. All right, so we got 20 minutes here left of the show. I do want to talk about Tom Brady going to New England for sure tonight. Today for tonight. But we're gonna save that a little bit. We're gonna continue right now with the him or him thing we got going on. Then we're gonna do our bold prediction, and then we'll talk some TB12 in New England to end the show because I know a lot of us are New England fans, and I'm sure you guys want to hear what we have to say. So our last him or him, we got Naeem, Hinds, or Corey Davis. We kind of just answered that question a couple seconds ago with Dom Andrews, who starts sit. So, Naeem, Hinds, right? Not really an argument here. Not a question, really.
Yeah, I just think he's got a safer floor in a PPR. Because Davis is getting 10 targets and not doing anything with them because the quarterback play has just been really, really bad. And do I think he has a chance to break out against his former team? The softest matchup they've had all year? Sure. But I think I'll just lean towards the guy who, even with his limited touches, always makes the best of them, and we'll catch a few balls out of the backfield against a weak run D. So yeah.
Okay. All right. So if you guys are watching, make sure you hit that like button, follow, subscribe wherever you're watching us, share our stuff. Go follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Just search the Fantasy Dads. We're growing. Our TikTok's doing well. We're almost at 1K followers. Hopefully by next Sunday we'll be there. This has been the longest grind we've had for the hundreds. The 900 to 1,000 has been an incredible grind. But our content's still coming out. So go support it. Show us some love over on TikTok. With that said, let's do our bold predictions real quick, Smirks. I'm gonna do mine first. Get that out of the way.
Go ahead.
It's not that bold. It's not as bold as my past predictions. In the past But I'm gonna take a little bit of a safer bold prediction today, and it's Stephon Diggs. I think Stephon Diggs is a massive game today. Over 120 yards and 2 touchdowns at least. I think he blows up. He's due. He's super due. He's getting the targets. It's just a matter of they produce. He's a top 5 talent in the NFL, receiver-wise. He's the reason Josh Allen is Josh Allen, in my opinion. And I think today you're gonna witness some great things out of Stephon Diggs once again, and people are gonna be coming back next week saying they benched him because of his struggles, and I'm gonna be like, you're a dummy. Never benched Stephon Diggs.
No one. I mean, he hasn't even struggled that bad. There would be no reason to bench him.
I don't know.
He's had at least 12 points every week.
You're underestimating the people that play fantasy football, my man.
That'd be brutal.
Not everybody has good heads.
16, 16, and 12
targets.
No one,
right.
You can't bench him. No, that's points.
Right.
You ain't benching that.
I'm not. Someone might.
That's not
somebody in a 10-man league might bench Stephon Diggs. They said it earlier. He's got Stephon Diggs on his bench.
No way.
Hey, bro. You're saying no way. You gotta see at the horizon here. You gotta expand your mind a little bit. There's a lot of people out there that might bench Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, I just wouldn't.
You got Mike Williams and Stephon Diggs. Mike Williams and Stephon Diggs.
Diggs.
Okay, but somebody else might say, "Oh, he's number 2 receiver. I'm starting Mike Williams."
And I mean, he might score more points, but you can't.
Just saying though. That's the thing. They might.
Season-long Diggs will end up.
I very much agree. Very much agree. I just think that I had to say that so people don't get the idea to bench Diggs.
Right.
All right, go ahead. Okay, what's your bold prediction?
Oh, man.
Take the crown this week.
This is brutal. I'm taking the crown with the boldest prediction, and it's ugly. I hate it. But I'm going to say the Jets win in a trap game for Tennessee. Both their weapons out. They're trotting out Westbrook, Akina, and Chester Rodgers as their top 2 receivers. I think Derrick Henry could just absolutely eat, and I mean, he will regardless, but I just think this could be the kind of game where the Jets come out and have their best showing of the year against a weak secondary. Zach Wilson actually shows what he's made of, and they win a close one. A close, low-scoring game.
Okay. All right. I mean,
in New York,
it's not crazy, but that also backs up my Michael Carter talk earlier. So I hope you're right.
Step up.
I hope you're right in a way. But I also am a Henry believer. I drafted Henry in 80% of my leagues, so I kind of want him to pop off. I think he's gonna have another 50-point week today. So I think Henry.
That'd be massive.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about TB12 in New England, bro. As you guys know, if you watch the Fantasy Dads, we have trouble saying New England Patriots. We say we a lot, but we are New England Patriot fans over here. We grew up watching Tom Brady win 6 Super Bowls. So I'm going to say my piece first. So I know a lot of people out there are definitely curious of our opinion about today's game and how we feel about Tom Brady coming back to New England. Here's the thing. Tom Brady gave me the opportunity to love the game of football, right? I didn't have to grow up watching a team suck. I didn't have to grow up watching a team struggle to draft quarterbacks, we struggled with draft picks, but luckily we had Tom Brady to save us. Now, over 100, he's going to get over 100, he's going to get over his 68 yards the first drive. That's going to happen. He's going to get it out of the way.
It's going to happen fast.
I am not going to boo Tom Brady. I'm going to stand up and give that man a round of applause. I hope New England fans, I hope you guys boo him while he's playing. But when they introduce him, I hope you guys stand up and you clap for the man. Show the man the respect that he deserves. I understand he's not our quarterback no more. I understand that. I understand we are New England Patriot fans. Mac Jones is our quarterback. I get that as well. But you have to look at history. You have to look at the past. You have to look and see what Tom Brady did for us as New England Patriot fans. He gave us the opportunity to believe in our football team. He gave us the opportunity to watch football and enjoy and watch history being made every single season he was out there. No matter what was on the line, Tom Brady showed us that it was possible. And I will forever be in debt of Tom Brady for allowing me to enjoy football the way I did my whole childhood. My daughter even knows. Come here, Brielle, come here. Come here. Come here. You gotta tell these people real quick. As you eat your Doritos that you snuck. Tell them. Who's the GOAT?
Tom Brady.
Who's Tom Brady?
The GOAT.
There we go. That's all you have to know, right? That's all you have to know.
That's it.
That's it. My kid knows. So that's my piece on Tom Brady. I obviously am rooting for the Patriots tonight. Don't get it twisted. I'm not going to sit there and root for Tom Brady. I'm not going to sit there and be like, fuck the Patriots. I'm rooting for Tom Brady. That's not the case. It's not the case. Tom Brady's going to break his record, bro, and I'm going to be super happy for him. But I'm rooting for the Patriots, and I hope we sack his ass like 12 times. But he's never going to be looked in my eyes as a traitor. Now, Gronk. No. Don't even get me started on Gronk. That guy's a piece of shit. All right, but that's fine.
Oh.
Yeah, Gronk can eat dust, bro. Tom Brady, different level.
Why do you want to come over here and play with a coach who's just a miserable sack of shit all the time in the cold weather?
Because we win, bro. We win games. We win football games.
Bro. There's no hard feelings for him.
100% hard feelings. Guy retired, said he got head injury, said he couldn't play football no more. He comes out of retirement, goes and plays with Tom Brady. Get out of here. He's a dump fire. I don't have any respect for Rob Gronkowski. He wasn't the reason we won Super Bowls. It was because of Tom Brady. Tom Brady could have had Jermaine Wiggins at tight end to win the Super Bowl. Oh, he did. So I'm just saying, Gronk, when he was here, loved him, but the way he went about his situation about leaving New England wasn't right. Wasn't the way he should have did it. He should have not retired. He should have just asked for a release or a trade and did it the right way. Instead, he retired.
We did trade him.
Yeah, because he had to. We had to trade him.
We traded him to Detroit.
After he retired.
Oh, well, retired.
Exactly. That's my point.
He said he got the call saying
his
his
ass should have went to Detroit. His ass should have went to Detroit. That's what I'm trying to get at here. He did it the wrong way. He didn't do it the right way.
Imagine being a Lions fan, bro.
Amen.
But that's to your point. We didn't have to be Lions fans.
Right. All right. Let's get you a stance here.
Our parents may have been Lions fans watching the Patriots of old. Because we were like the laughing stock of the league, and Bob Kraft bought the team. Bill Belichick came along, Tom Brady came along. The rest is history. You can't boo the man. They're gonna do a nice little tribute. It's gonna be awesome. Moose is gonna be there. Gonna be in his fields, a few beers deep, couple 2-3 beers deep. But yeah, as far as the game goes, man, we're not gonna root for the Bucs. Still Patriots fans.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, it's Tom Brady. We're gonna appreciate that. I think you hit the nail on the head. But as far as Gronk goes, I don't think it's that serious. I probably would have done the same thing.
Something's got to be fired up. We got to be fired up about somebody, bro. It's got to be somebody.
He's not even playing, though.
I know. That's what sucks, is I wish he was. Because I would boo him. I would boo him.
I just got a thing that said he actually had a punctured lung last week. And he came back in the game.
What an animal.
Man is built different. He gets hurt a lot, but the fact that he was able to come
I'm
back
sorry.
in the game.
I'm sorry. Don't let my statement, he's one of the greatest of all time. If he's not the greatest tight end of all time, I'm not saying he's not. I just don't like the way he went about shit. I don't like the way he did the whole retire. Oh, you trade me the Lions? I retire. That's not right. That's not what he should have did. He
it was hilarious, though.
Should have went to Detroit. 80 year of doing nothing in a shitty team. Go play with Matt Stafford, though. I mean, he's not a bad quarterback. Instead, he retires, and then sees that TB12, went to Tampa, unretires, signs a CBD deal. He's corn. I can't stand him. But he's great. He's a great player.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think they do for the tribute?
Oh, there's gonna be probably a nice little video.
You think?
Oh, that'd be a nice video played. I think they already said he's gonna acknowledge it, but he's not gonna pause and stop. I don't know. I saw something on the ESPN ticker about what he's gonna do during the tribute. If you were there, Ryan, you were already like 10 beers deep, would you get all emotional?
No.
No, we'd just be like wiling out.
Yeah.
We'd be cheering.
Yeah, there'd be no crying. I'm not gonna cry over Tom Brady. Let's relax here. No, it's just a game. No,
Some
we're
people
fans.
will.
We're
Some people are
fans.
gonna
Hey, yeah.
booing.
Oh, yeah. Hey, man. We're fans. There's fans out there, bro. Edelman going to be at the game 100%. Why wouldn't he be? I'd be surprised if he wasn't in the box with Kraft. I would be shocked. They just did a nice tribute for him last week because they didn't want to intertwine with Tom Brady. He's going to be in the box with Kraft today. There's no doubt in my mind. Sergio Perez has a do I play Lockett PPR? Yeah, man. Lockett's a must start every week. Upsides through the roof, man. That kid's insane. Absolutely
He plays
insane.
through his injuries all the time.
Lockett, 100% start. Will he bust? He'll have his weeks where he gets 0, of course. That's what he does. But you can't have him on your bench when he gets 45.
He also goes for 40.
Yeah, you can't have him on your bench when he pops off for 40. So
unless you're in like an 8 or a 10 team league and you're stacked. It's the only way you could possibly bench him. So
yeah. Jordan DeCarlo, bold take. That's a very bold take, man. I'm not even gonna read it. I'm not even gonna read it.
Oh no, what do we got?
N'Keal Harry drops 200 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Ooh yeah.
Bro, chill.
Get it.
Bro, chill. Go wash your hands. Bro, chill. All right. Let us know in chat, dude. What are you guys feeling? How are you guys feeling about TB12 returning to New England? I know this isn't fantasy talk. We're kind of getting away from that. But it's something we have to talk about as New England fans. I feel like you guys were expecting us to talk about it anyway. Unfortunately, Move's saying here to talk with us, but
I know most of these guys are from this area, right?
Yeah, I would assume so.
So they know that we're from this area. But if you're watching and you don't know us, don't think we're just like some bandwagon Patriot fan either. We grew up a half hour away from Gillette Stadium, so we're in it. We're in it. We knew the Pats before they were good.
You see my jersey? I got a
We're from New England.
I got a Teddy Bruschi jersey on right now.
We're actually closer to Gillette than Boston is, so this shit hits home, man. Their training camp used to be 5 minutes from my house.
Yep.
Right, Bryant University.
Yep.
So we in it.
Yeah, we're in.
We didn't just hop aboard when they got good. We were just lucky enough to be young still.
Right.
But
might be a silly question to some, but do I start Tom Brady or Justin Herbert? That's not silly. That's a real good question.
No, I think you probably start Herbert.
But I
think Brady popped off.
Yeah, I talked about this on Wednesday. I think Herbert is a top. What did I say? Top 3? I think I said top 3 quarterback rest of the season. I think it's a guy you can't take off the field, especially with Mike Williams playing at the level he's playing right now.
I love his matchup too against the Raiders. That should be great.
Yeah, you got to even so pizza. Brady, Brady's the enemy today. That's for sure, bro. Yeah, we love him. Like I said, we do love him, but he is the enemy. Hopefully, Judon makes him eat dirt. But Herbert, I gotta go Herbert, bro. I gotta go Herbert. Even if Brady wasn't, I gotta go Herbert.
Another reason why I would go Herbert is just on the off chance that Bill finds a way to slow them down.
He could.
It could happen.
Could happen, but it's.
I think he's obviously going to break his record early, but you never know.
All right, and we got another question here from Sergio Perez, PPR, flex, Hinds, Michael Davis, or Tim Patrick, or Christian Kirk.
Hinds,
Mike Davis, Tim Patrick, or Christian Kirk.
How many do we need?
1. Briella's rubbing on Doritos right now behind the scenes.
Love it.
We love to see it. She's covered in cheese watching the Fantasy Dads, bro.
Cheese fingers.
This is my daughter.
Really had some cheese fingers yesterday. I think Kirk is an interesting one.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Hinds.
I don't like Mike Davis, and Patrick's been good, but I think looking for a floor.
I'm sticking with Hinds.
I think I'm gonna go with Christian Kirk.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Ramsey will see more of DeAndre Hopkins, and Kirk has been absolutely eaten so far this year. He's been their number 1 receiver.
Okay.
I know Hop was banged up, but I think Kirk could have a big game, in a game that will be high scoring.
Yeah. All right, fine. I agree. Kirk's not a bad play at all. Definitely not Mike Davis PPR. Definitely not Tim Patrick. I don't think he's as good as people think. But I'm gonna say Hinds. I'm gonna stick with my opinion for the whole show and just say Hinds as flex.
Yeah.
Both of them great plays though. I like the Kirk play. Ramsey will shadow Hopkins and probably shut him down a little bit today. Keep him under control. But Jordan DeCarlo comes in. I was always more a fan of our defense, but still love Tom. Yeah, we've always had a good defense. That's for sure. Yeah.
Those prime early dynasty defenses with Brewski, Vrabel, Ty Law. Those defenses were
Ted
legendary.
Johnson. Great defenses. Ty Law, Lawyer Malloy, Rodney Harrison. We've had some studs, bro.
Yep.
I'm 16, so all my life I just got to watch Brady win, and it's different watching us lose, says Uncle Alex. Yeah, man, it's different, but you know, the older you get, dude, you'll notice that it's just a game.
Yeah, it's just football.
It's just football, bro. I
yeah,
was
we
I
were
was
only-
16 once. We were 16 once, and we used to be like
Yeah.
that, bro. We used to go back to school on Monday. Patriots lose, we'd be pissed all day. We were pissed all day, bro.
Yeah, because we didn't lose much.
Right.
And, you know, yeah, we were younger. But we barely even remember the days before Tom Brady, man. And we're damn near 30. So
We're old as fuck.
I remember the day Drew Bledsoe took that shot to the lungs, bro, and almost died. Like, we were young, but
I
still
remember
remember it.
Drew Bledsoe coming in for Tom Brady against the Steelers, bro, and winning us the game.
AFC Championship.
What a blessing that was to have those two guys in the same roster. You know, like, Drew Bledsoe's no slouch, bro.
Drew was a great
Yes,
quarterback.
he was.
He actually took us to the
Not
Super
touching any of
Bowl
that.
in '96.
Oh, kid. All right.
That's the first Super Bowl I remember watching, Rye,
What's that?
against Green Bay.
Yep. I don't remember watching that.
I have a memory of watching that one with my parents.
That's
I was
good.
we were like 4, dude. It's
Yeah,
probably one of my
don't remember
earliest
that.
memories.
Don't remember that. All right. So the show's coming up to an end. We got 2 minutes left. Get your last minute questions in. Just want to say thank you again for everybody coming by today on this Sunday, getting ready for football, getting your start sit questions in. It's always a fun time talking to you guys about football, man. Fantasy dads. So make sure you guys are following our pages. Make sure you're keeping up to us and staying tuned for new stuff. We're going live 5 times a week. I solo do it on Mondays and Wednesdays, and you got Smirks and Moose on Tuesdays, and then on Thursday you got Moose and Dan, and then Sundays it's usually me, Moose, and Smirks, but today it's just us two.
Yeah, buddy.
So make sure you guys follow us on Facebook. That's where we post most of our updates about our shows, as well on Twitter and TikTok. We've got tons of content coming out all the time, so make sure you guys are following us over there. Jordan DeCarlo says, didn't really get into football until our 2014 Super Bowl year, so can't really appreciate the old defensive guys like Brewski, but definitely became a Hightower McCourty fan. Those two I'll always have respect for. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Pizza wants to know, ranch or blue cheese? Bro, I'm a ranch guy. 100% ranch guy.
Ranch.
Ranch all day, baby. Blue cheese is smelly. Don't like it. Ranch all day. Put it on everything. Put ranch on everything.
It's just mold, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Especially on my wings, bro. Like, I'm enjoying them wings. I'm putting it on ranch. I'm not putting it in blue cheese, bro. It takes away the whole.
Give me the ranch.
Give me the ranch, bro. Give me the ranch. All right, that's gonna do it for us today.
Man, we got a half hour till kickoff, bro.
Any last
Let's get it.
words? Any last words from you, Smirks?
Nah, man. I just basically reiterate what you just said. Thanks for the support. Keep sharing, following, liking, all that. Look out for the TikTok. Almost at 1,000.
TikTok's gonna be booming. We'll be live on TikTok from 12:30 to 1 o'clock on game days once we hit that mark, and probably more so on there than anywhere else, really. So make sure you guys are following us over there, man. Make sure you guys go follow us if you don't already. Let's go. All right, guys. Enjoy your Sundays. Enjoy your football. Good luck. Let us know how your day's going. Comment on our stuff. Let us know what's up. And we'll talk to you guys Monday.
Tomorrow night.
With me.
That'll be all you, buddy.
With me. Monday with me.
That's right.
Let's go. All right, guys.